We are back with interesting or nah. We're running down the games that are worth your time this coming MLS weekend and those that you should ignore altogether and go on about your business. Ken, what you got for me, man? And how did I do last week, by the way?
Uh,
Last week you told me this one is the one where you might trip up. I'm not really too sure how I did myself, but I need to know.
nah, I don't think you. I don't think you tripped up. I mean, I think for the most part, you were right about all the games that people would actually care about.
Mhm.
It was a high scoring weekend across the board, so it's kind of hard to hold that one against you. I think the one you did get wrong. The one was Cincinnati, Philadelphia. But I mean,
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody had that shit. And like,
Yeah, they laid an egg, boy. Ooh wee.
yeah. But yeah, let's get to this week. I think the only games this week are Saturday, Sunday games.
Okay.
Really interested to see what you think about some of these. I don't see big any like big games that are jumping out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get right to it. Well, when I say big games, I mean like big names playing each other.
Right.
Let's get right to it. Very first game of the week on Saturday, we've got Red Bulls and Orlando City. Is that interesting or not?
Ooh. That is interesting. I know Red Bull just signed somebody off of waivers from Houston. I don't think he'll be a factor in this game, but if they decide to run him out to see what he can do, this could be interesting. So I will say go ahead and watch this one. I don't expect anything wild or crazy here. Red Bull is Red Bull, Orlando is Orlando. They're both solid right now. New York Red Bulls in fourth and Orlando in eighth. One spot. Well, they actually tied with Chicago on 30 points, but one spot out of the playoff positions. So, yeah, this one could be good. Go ahead and watch it.
Um, okay. Let's see. I guess this is like an original rivalry back when MLS only had a couple teams. We got New England and DC United. The Rooney recovery continues. I guess if that's what you want to call it. Is this
Yeah.
interesting or not for you?
Um, this is also interesting only because Chicago, Orlando, Miami, and New England are all on 30 points.
Yeah.
So at some point, some separation is going to have to start developing there. And New England could kind of start that trend right now against a pretty weak DC team. They are faring a little better now that Rooney is there, but I think it's still just a bad team. Rooney's going to need to get some additional parts to see out his vision there. So I will say this one is interesting for the playoff implications for New England.
All right. In let's see in Toronto, we've got the Italian job going. I think both of their Italian imports scored last week.
Hmm.
So how do you think Toronto and Portland's going to end up? Is this interesting or not?
Ah, this is interesting, man, because Toronto is redefining themselves as a team with their new Italian conglomerate. And then Portland is still Portland, man. I called them game of the week last week versus Dallas. Both goals were scored in 90 plus. And that's just who Portland is. They did it in the MLS Cup final, scored at the death. They did it in this game, scored at the death, but then Dallas blew the bag and scored an own goal. So Portland just kind of puts that type of heat on people. And if Toronto is trying to reestablish themselves in the playoff race with a late dominant push, uh, Portland is the proper test to see if that is possible. So this game is interesting.
All right. So for the next game, we've got I guess we got the Hoagie Wars here. We got like Philadelphia, Philly Union, home of the
Yep.
cheesesteak. And then we've got Chicago Fire, my Chicago Fire, home of the
Mhm.
Italian beef. So in Hoagie Wars, Philadelphia versus Chicago. A, is this interesting or not? And B, which do you prefer, Philly cheesesteak or a good old Italian beef?
Okay. Number one, this game is super interesting because Chicago is on that shit right now.
A
Philadelphia is a really strong team. They're still leading the East by 3 points. Uh, they do have one game additionally played over at NYCFC, who are in second, but that's not my point. My point is they're not far and away at the top of the East. They are a strong team. They just took a significant L in Cincinnati. They're going to want to bounce back, but it's just not going to be easy against this new look Chicago, man. So this game is hella interesting. Again, Chicago, Orlando, Miami, New England are all on 30 points. You got to start separating yourself. Doing it against the top team in the East says to the rest of the East, we here, bitches. We on your ass.
Hey. Oh, so yeah, what do you prefer, Philly cheesesteak or Italian beef?
Come on, bro. Cheesesteak. Don't play with me.
Yeah, low key. Low key, I
Let me
like
get a whiz wit.
a low key, man. I love Italian beefs. Like Portillo's is like, my post game food like forever. Because there's a Portillo's right around the facility, right across the facility where I play at. So most nights and most mornings, I end up eating Italian beefs
Yeah,
after games. But you can't beat a cheesesteak, bro. And like not with like the American cheese, any of that other shit. Like it's all cheese whiz, bro.
yeah.
All cheese whiz.
It's funny too because I'm not super plant based, but I am plant based now, and so meat is not really a part of my diet anymore. Here and there, I'll have some chicken wings or whatever, spotty, right?
Yeah,
But if I'm in Philly, I'm getting a cheesesteak, bro. Like
yeah,
that's gonna happen. That
yeah.
is just going to happen.
I was in Philly for like 3 days a couple years ago, and I swear I ate like 7 cheesesteaks, bro. Like fucking lunch, dinner, lunch, dinner, lunch, dinner. Had one at the airport before I fucking left, bro.
Word up, man.
Let's see. So, next game we have Cincinnati and Atlanta United.
Ooh.
Is this? I mean, I can't really think about anything that would connect these two cities in a way. So, just is this game interesting or not?
Uh this game, it's an East game. They're separated by 4 points. Like the East is kind of wild right now. So, it's hard to say not interesting in the East, but I'm going to say that this one is not interesting only because, whichever way it goes, it's not really unexpected.
Yeah,
Atlanta is down in the table right now, but they've had some results go their way in the last, 3 to 5 games. They still haven't quite fully figured it out. This is definitely not on brand for Atlanta United, but that's just a part of dealing in MLS. Sometimes shit just doesn't go your way, and you have to figure out how to bounce back as quickly as possible. Cincinnati is playing relatively well. They will be feeling really good after stomping the brakes off of Philadelphia. So yeah, this game could go either way. I don't feel strongly about it either way, so skip this one.
all right. Next we have the I-95 Bowl. I guess. New York and Miami are connected by one highway.
Yep.
These are your boys also. So who do you think's winning? Or we could call this the Mob Bowl. Um,
This is the bomb.
like
Oh yeah.
we got a
This
couple
is the
different
this
ways.
is the Coke versus Crack Bowl.
Yeah, this is the Coke versus Crack Bowl. Like, yeah, we could go Miami, New York all day. So who you
Oh
got?
man. This is the Cuban versus Dominican Bowl.
Hey, we could. I don't even care about the game anymore. Like we could just talk
Oh
about
my
how many
god.
of these we can make up, bro. Oh
This
man.
is the boats versus jet skis.
Yeah, boats versus jet skis, flamingos versus pigeons.
Oh
Like,
my god.
okay, so is this interesting or not?
Now
Let's
it
see.
is. I was about to call this shit not interesting. After that rundown, bitch, it might be.
It might be, yeah. This is the game I'm gonna
um,
watch on Saturday night if I get to pick one.
yeah. For me, this one is not interesting, man. Miami's not great. They're in the group that I mentioned: Chicago, Orlando, Miami, New England again. But New York City, man, they got some shit to work out. So
Yeah.
hopefully this game is a part of the return to some sort of a consistent form, but it just has not been great, man. And I can kind of feel when the energy is there and it just hasn't been there. So this game is one of those ones that could be, it goes either way. Uh yeah, I don't feel great about this. Like I know the boys are capable. I know they could easily go down there and just stomp Miami into the ground. But like I said, Higuain has been playing better, and having a quality forward in form is a significant difference maker. And New York City does not have that right now. So for me, this is a skip.
Um. Okay, let's see. Oh, is okay. Quick. Before we get to Dallas, San Jose, is North Texas Dallas's affiliate club?
I don't know. Probably
Okay, yeah.
no. North Texas. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm thinking it would. I don't think it's Houston's. I think North Texas is in Dallas's setup.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, just for the narrative, we're gonna roll with that. And we're gonna call this the Pamadou Cabo. Because just assuming North Texas is in the Dallas affiliate system, that's
Yeah,
Pamadukas at North Texas. San Jose wants to hire Pamaduka.
yeah.
So for the Pamaduka Bowl between FC Dallas and San Jose, is this interesting or not for you?
Uh, oh man, what to say here? Is this game interesting or not? Dallas is third. San Jose is 13th. Uh, yeah, not interesting, man. Like I can't even think of what would make the. Wait, you know what? Didn't San Jose win last week?
I think they
Hold
did,
on.
yeah.
By what? By a significant margin too, right? They were one of those 3 or 4 goal games.
No, they actually tied with Austin, but they did score a lot of goals.
They tied with Austin. Yeah, this game is not interesting. I think San Jose had a bit of a lightning strike there, drawing with Austin, uh, pulling that twice against top 3 teams in the East. I just don't see it. So yeah, this one's not interesting, man. Dallas should take care of this, and they're at home too. Dallas is at home, so yeah, this shouldn't be much going on.
Yeah, Austin gives up a lot of goals too.
Hmm.
So like I could totally see that being just like a one off for San Jose.
Yeah.
So yeah, that totally makes sense. Um, Here's another one that doesn't really have any connection, unless you can think of one. We got the Houston Dynamo and CF Montreal. Can't really think of a city connection between these two.
Yeah.
So let's just stick
Like
to.
lean versus poutine.
Oh man, lean versus poutine. I like that. Oh my god.
Chop
Oh
soccer, man. You
man.
know how we give it up.
Yo, this is good content, bro. Interested or nah in the lean versus poutine matchup?
Houston is down the table, man. They're down the table, and Montreal is not. They are quite up the table.
They up.
So, are they at home or away? They are
Montreal.
away to Houston. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, this
Poutine
game
don't
is
travel,
interesting.
bro.
This game is interesting because Montreal is on 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
New York City is on 42 in second, and Philadelphia is in first at 45. So let's see how far Montreal can push. You got to get those road games against bad teams done.
Yeah.
This is one of those. So I'm going to say watch this to see what Montreal can do. Are they serious contenders in the top four in the East? Are they going to be pushing for a supporter shield come the close of the season? I don't know. This game is a good test of that, so watch it.
All right. Next up, we've got weed versus opioids.
Jeez. Oh my god.
What?
Sheesh.
We got
That's rough.
what? We got Colorado and Columbus. Fucking Colorado's in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Home of the weeds. Stay
Mm-hmm.
off the weed on
The
the West Coast.
weed.
The weed. And then we got Columbus, smack dab in the heart of Ohio.
Yeah.
Opioid central. So
Yeah.
yeah, who you got in weed versus opioids? Colorado versus Columbus.
I'm gonna say this game is interesting because, like I told y'all, don't sleep on Colorado. Remember, I told you they was
Yeah,
gonna put some work on Minnesota. Felt like an MLS trap game, and
yeah,
Colorado won that game.
yeah,
Yeah, this is another one. They're at home. You're playing at altitude. Colorado is just that team, man. Like their position in the table doesn't really reflect what they're doing, which is kind of unfair to say because it's not actually as bad as it looks. They're in 10th place, but they're on 30 points, and
yeah,
30 is kind of where you want to be at this point in the season.
yeah.
LA is at ninth on 30 as well. Seattle in eighth on 32. Portland in seventh on 33. So they're 3 points out of a playoff position at home against a decent Eastern Conference side, but these are the games you need to win to, fully be in your form. So this is interesting to see again how far Colorado can push coming into the close of the season.
Yeah, and they have a couple games in hand too. So
Mm-hmm.
we never like to rate people with a couple games in hand, but I mean, you throw those couple of games in hand, in the win column, and they're a playoff team. They're solidly a
Yep.
playoff team. So,
Solidly a playoff team.
you can't sleep on the weed, man. Let's see. We got a couple more games happening on Saturday. We're firmly into the night games now.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Austin and Kansas City. Uh,
Ooh.
can't really think of anything right now for these two. But is Kansas City the capital of Kansas? I don't think so.
I think
Uh,
so. I think it is.
It might be. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we might have the Capitol Bowl here. Fucking who we who we got here in Austin versus Sporting KC. Is that interesting or not?
um, that depends. Last week, Kansas City put up a W, no?
I
Or a high
believe
scoring game at least.
Kansas City. Yeah, they beat the Galaxy 4-2.
Ooh, this game is interesting, man. I keep
Yeah.
trying to tell y'all, like, Kansas City is really bad by points right now,
Mm-hmm.
but they're still Kansas City, man. This is just a team that they have some quality players in the key positions, which are forwards. They could get the job done on any given night, man. They hit that, they eat their Wheaties before a game and your team could be in trouble. so so this game is interesting, man, because Austin is, they're up there. They're up the table. They're competing for the shield right now. They had a not so ideal result against San Jose, but they're still in the picture. So this is one of those games where Kansas City could, rise to the occasion and put up some shit that you weren't expecting because it's Austin. So yeah, this game is interesting, man. Like I want to see this for sure.
Okay, and just a correction here. Actually, Topeka is the capital of Kansas.
Really?
Known for Brown v. Board of Education. Oh man, this is why you can't let white folks have shit. Oh my god. Oh man, this is why you can't
Oh
let
my
white
god.
folks have shit. Fucking could have just been Kansas City. Could have been cool. Could have been
Oh
Lawrence,
man.
home of University of Kansas. Rock
Right.
Chalk Jayhawk, but nah, they had to make it to Topeka.
Ah,
Uh,
whatever.
whatever. All right. Two more games Saturday night. Both of them are LA games, which is weird. No. They don't play in the same stadium. What am I talking about? So LA is going to have two games on Saturday night, which, it's going to be hot, I guess. You've
Mm-hmm.
got first game, let's go Galaxy versus Vancouver. So you got the Galaxy versus the Northern Lights. Do the Northern Lights happen in Vancouver? I swear I just be making shit
I
up,
would
bro. I
I
just
would
be
imagine so.
freestyling
I've been to
shit.
Vancouver, so I would imagine they might get a little piece of something.
Yeah. So
Uh,
what you got in the astrological bowl, I guess. Galaxy or Northern Lights FC. Uh
uh, this is interesting. Both on 30 points.
uh-huh.
They want to get a little room, 6 point swing. Check it out, man. I don't expect anything crazy here, but yeah, this is one where if you're paying attention to what's happening in the West, you need to see how this game develops because these playoff positions, like this year has been like MLS is always kind of this weird, unpredictable scenario all season long. But
Mm-hmm.
this year it seems to be like extra stacked up. You know, the number of teams that are separated by less than 5 points is absolutely insane. So I'm excited to see how this shapes up as we close. Like, are teams going to find form and just like, you know, powerhouse their way through the rest of the season? Or are you just going to fall off a cliff and plunge to the bottom of the table? I don't know. This is one of those games where you can, again, see how it's going to look coming later into playoff positioning. So LA and Vancouver both on 30. Yeah, this is one you want to watch.
And just a correction again. You can see the Northern Lights from Vancouver.
Yeah, I felt like you
Um,
could.
yeah, they say it's a little difficult with like the city population, but they
Hmm.
say on dark nights during the Northern Lights you can see them from Vancouver. So yeah, this is the astrological bowl. And finally, this is actually an easy one. LAFC in Charlotte. This is the I-40 Bowl on Saturday night. You can
Hmm.
pick up I-40 just outside of LA. You can pick up I-40 just north of Charlotte. The one highway connects North Carolina. It goes east to west, North Carolina to California. Who do you have in the I-40 Bowl? Interested or not, LAFC or Charlotte.
Not interesting. Charlotte, I mean, LAFC is just that good, man. Like
Yeah.
they are, whew, Lord have mercy. Kind of scary right now. So I'm hoping, the rest of the league can, figure some shit out come playoff time. It is kind of a crapshoot once you get to the playoffs. Again, if you get a playing game versus not having a playing game, makes a difference. So we'll see what happens. But this game is not interesting. They are LAFC is at home as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. If you're a betting man, yeah, this is one you might make a little slight work on because yeah, I don't see much happening for Charlotte in this one.
Uh,
Those are
I
my picks, man.
I do have to take a moment right here and apologize to Street Clothes. Uh, I for now, I've gotten the Gareth Bell pick wrong. So I said that he wouldn't be playing half as much as he's playing right now, and
Hmm.
he's dusting niggas too.
That's a fact.
So yeah, I have to put some respect on Gareth Bell for the time being, and apologize to Street Clothes right now. So
Yeah.
Street Clothes, if you listen to the pod, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't think you'd be turning up like this. Let's head over to Sunday. We've got two Sunday night games. The first one, I guess we'll call this the Music Bowl. We've got country music versus Prince and the Revolution. Um, who do you got in the Nashville versus Minnesota game? Is this interesting or not?
This is interesting. 2 point separation, fourth and sixth. Uh, big implications for the West. Both of these teams are pretty good. Um, I think both of these teams could be dark horses in the playoffs. So yeah, this is one you want to tune in for. I'm actually gonna make a pick for this game, which is
Okay.
not the point of this game, but I feel like I want to make a pick on this one, and I am going with Minnesota.
Oh, you think Prince and the Revolution gonna get it done?
Yeah,
Okay, that's a good pick. I think Nashville's one of those teams. I don't know how they're in the Western Conference when the motherfuckers are in Tennessee.
because MLS, and we need listen when we sign you up. Hey, listen, the numbers ain't gonna work out if you over here. So for now, you're in the West. God damn it.
Yeah, when they get to 32, I think they'll do conference realignment.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that'll end up working out. But yeah, I think Nashville is just one of those teams where they've got some good pieces, but they just never
They got
really.
Hani Mukhtar, man. That's all
Oh,
you need. That
honey,
man is whew,
woo,
filth.
yeah. But they just never seem to like. I guess they never really seem to put it together, like
Yeah,
and get it done. So yeah, Prince and the Revolution. I could see them pulling it out away from home. Yeah,
yeah.
Prince.
Kind of.
Prince
I'm sorry.
put
Go
on
ahead.
good tours. Yeah.
Yeah, Prince. Yeah, one of the things I think we're seeing in this, current league season is just how the league is continuing to trend up. The number of teams that are over 1.25 points per game and are in the playoff conversation is significant. So, the quality overall is increasing. The competition is very tight. And that's all a good thing for the league, man. When anybody can win, that's kind of been, the MLS's calling card to this point. Is like anybody
Yeah.
can win. And we're seeing that at a big clip right now. So, I really don't know who to pick for MLS Cup because once you're in the playoffs, again, it's a crapshoot. Anybody that hits form can walk away with the cup. I don't know who to call at this point. I feel like LAFC, but I also feel like being that high up the table at this point in the season, capturing the supporter shield even, and then having to sit for 2 weeks is just a recipe for an unexpected disaster.
Yeah, and also, man, like until they actually start like putting MLS Cup at a predetermined location,
Hmm.
I mean, I want LAFC to get there just because, like or like LA to get there, the Galaxy to get there just because. Well, the Galaxy would be too far down the supporter shield. Never mind. I want LAFC to get there just so it'd be a banging like stadium atmosphere.
Oh yeah, it would be. Oh,
Yeah,
like I would want to fly out for that. Like I
yeah,
need tickets. I need to use this companion certificate anyway. Like, get me over there because, woof, that would be elite MLS atmosphere.
I mean, if MLS Cup is in LA, I'd go out there just to parking lot pimp, bro. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
you don't even need tickets to the game if it's going to be in LA. Like,
right.
that's just it itself.
Yeah, give me an
Um,
elote and a fucking tecate, and we straight.
we could hit up Shanoa, sleep on her couch.
Hey, Chanel Green, y'all.
Shanoa Green, y'all. Yeah, I still owe Shanoa some tricking anyway. So that's a deep cut. That is a deep cut.
Deep cut, man. If you've been here with us since well before video,
Oh man,
and you get that reference, we fuck with you heavy for that,
hell
man.
yeah!
Appreciate you and your time.
That's almost 100 episodes ago, yo.
Way back.
Yeah. All right. So I think the last game of the week is the e-commerce bowl. Uh, we got Amazon versus Overstock here.
Oh my God.
We got Seattle and Real Salt Lake. Last game of the week. Interested or nah? And then I guess we'll put you on the hook for a game of the week
For
after
sure.
this one.
For sure.
So interested or nah in the e-commerce bowl?
This is interesting because this is another West Coast tangle.
Yeah,
Seattle on 32, Salt Lake on 34. Seattle missing the playoffs would be disastrous, to be honest.
yeah,
I just don't really see it happening. You need to prove a point against RSL. So yeah, this game is interesting, man. There should be some fireworks there. And to be honest, this might be another late pick game of the week, man. This might be the one.
you
I'm
think?
looking back through the list of games we've already discussed, and yeah, I'm on the hook here because it's got to be either this RSL Seattle game or Philadelphia and Chicago.
Okay. All right. You going to paper rock scissor it? This is going to be the first time you go 2 games of the week. Which one's going to be your
Nah,
game
I
of the
gotta
week? I'm
pick
going to make you.
one, man. I can't break form. I gotta stand. I gotta stand on my brain and wear whatever I'm picking. I'm going to. I'm going to stand on Seattle RSL. I'm not too sure about Chicago just yet. That's my only reservation about calling it game of the week.
Yeah.
But I did call it an interesting game
Yeah.
because if they pull it off against Philly, bro, like they for real at this point.
Yeah.
Every conversation after Philly game is a different conversation
Yeah.
because they've proved it against some good teams and they've been in the mix, won some games, got themselves into a playoff position. Every week after this, I'm looking at Chicago different. But for now, I'm sticking with the late pick Seattle versus RSL as game of the week.
Yeah. Okay. I could definitely see that. Yeah, Chicago, Philly should be game of the week, but I feel like Chicago's got another egg delay in them somewhere, bro. Like
That joint just incubator just right now. It's
they
coming.
gonna they gonna lay one somewhere. Like I mean, Ezra's got this thing humming for his first season, and he surpassed all expectations going into season 1 so far. But I mean, it would be too unlike the Chicago Fire for Ezra to turn this shit around like all the way in one season.
Yeah.
So they got an egg somewhere, and
If there is an egg to lay, I mean, it's
uh,
okay to lay it against Philadelphia.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, okay. So I could see that. Yeah, e-commerce bowl definitely your game of the week, right?
Yeah, that's my one
All right,
this time. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out, but I'm standing on it. Final answer.
all right. I've been getting a little smoke to bring back NWSL, interested or not. So
Oof.
let me look through these. No, no. No, 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 not this week. Not bringing it back this week. Maybe.
Hoo-wee.
Well, actually, okay. I'll give you one. I'll give you one. OL Reign and Gotham on Sunday. Uh,
Absolutely not, bro. Gotham is ass. I'm
okay,
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a fan. I love y'all. I hope none of y'all ever see this, but I gotta keep it 100. No, no. Gotham has some stuff to work out, bro. They just do.
bro.
No.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows we're Gotham Homer. Well, I'm not even like I'm supposed to be a Red Stars Homer, but like Gotham's my adopted team too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like we got some personal connections to Gotham. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're rooting for them on multiple levels, and we keep trying to slide them in the show, bro. We keep trying to slide them in. I keep trying to figure out ways. So yeah, no, not this week. There's
Not
no,
this week, man.
not
Like
this
I
week.
love Gotham to death. I'm going out to the game versus ACFC. Shout out to Natty for the invitation. Appreciate that. Definitely want to check it out. I heard Ebony's going to be out there, so it'll be
Whew.
good to see her
Yeah,
chop it up for a bit. So it's going to be vibes. I'm going to be straight either way, but I'm expecting absolutely nothing out of that game, man. Like I'm just going for the vibes to see Kristen Press in person. Like that's it. Um, but I really hope Gotham, if not in this season, to finish out strong, hopefully they can sort it out in the off season, bring in some pieces maybe that were missing or rework some things. I don't know what needs to happen there. I'm not even sure who to blame for what's happening in Gotham right now. Overall, the brand has made significant strides to increase their visibility in the metro area, but the product on the pitch is what ultimately matters, and it's just not there right now. Just not.
well, not for nothing. Before we close out, I heard they opened the runway up. Maybe you can get on that Gotham runway for the Angel City Gotham game.
Hey, listen, don't play. I will. I
Just
got
putting it out
things.
there.
I got things in the closet. I ain't even unearthed yet.
Just putting it
So
out there.
I'm gonna have to check for that because if I can get on it, I'm going to show out. I just need a chop soccer hat. Who's making those? Make me a chop
Hey,
soccer hat to take on the runway at Gotham.
that
Yeah, if
might
they
be our
pull
first.
that, they pull the fans in, bro. I'm in there for sure, showing
That
my ass.
that might be our first piece of merch. Get some Chop Soccer Dad hats made.
Absolutely not.
No, no,
Nope. And
I
you know
can't be
why?
Dad Hat Daddy.
Nope.
With
Fuck that.
no.
I've been on dad hats. Dad hats are in the streets right now, but there's no way I'm doing a hat. There's no fucking way. No.
We can't do like a 2 release for. I want a Chop Soccer Dad hat now that I didn't spoke it up.
Nah,
Like,
give me a fucking fitted. We'll do a chop soccer fitted. I'm not doing no dad hat.
is it
Hell
gonna be a
no.
Mitchell and Ness fitted?
No. No. I know how to find new era blanks. No. It'll be new
Okay.
era.
For everybody watching this, you're gonna have to check out one of our later episodes to get the Mitchell and Ness joke. It'll all come full circle.